Welcome back to Ecom Dunia. So let's again, as we have already seen how to log in and what are the options we have on dashboard. So let's go to catalogs. So under catalogs, what all options do we have here? So we have multiple options. One, creation of category. So today we'll be covering on in this video we'll be covering about the categories, how it has to be created, what are subcategories, and so on. And however, we have an option here to add the brands or manufacturers. So we can call them as brands or we can call them as manufacturers. And then you have bulk edit products option. We have which we will walk you through as well. Product reviews, which will be there. Product and low stock report. And there's something called as attributes. So we will take that separate video as what are attributes, what are product attributes, what are specification attributes, what are checkout attributes. So we'll be walking you guys through with this entire options actually. So as of now, we are going to be starting off with categories. So let's understand what exactly is categories. So before we need to know what is a category, we need to open few sites actually. So let's open aim50.in and then let's open Flipkart, which is a common e-commerce portal for everyone. So you will understand what exactly category means. So do you see on Flipkart, we have multiple categories here. So these are called as electronics, TV appliances, men, women, baby kids. These are called as main categories. Okay. Under electronics, you have subcategories called mobiles, mobile accessories, smart wearable tech, healthcare appliances, laptops, and so on. Okay, so under each of these subcategory, you may find different brands. So these brands can be a subcategory or it can be a brands altogether. Or under mobile cases, if you see mobile accessories, we have mobile cases, headphones and headsets, power banks, and so on. So these are called as subcategories. So now this we should be in a position to create dynamically the category and subcategory, and it can go on. So we need to have an option from the admin. So what we'll be doing here now is we have an option here called add new. Whatever categories which you create will be actually landing in this particular grid, and you have a search option here where you can search based on what you're looking for. Let's say I'm looking for a category by name engine. So I'm just going to type in ENGI. So it'll pull out and show me engine. So whichever word has got ENGI, it'll search and give me the result. So that is a beautiful search option what we have so far. And now we have export and import option, which we'll come back to it later. Okay, so let's click on add new. Okay, so now if you are looking at actually we have multiple languages option where you can actually use different languages. You can have it on Hindi also. Even in Hindi, you can type the categories actually. For example, let's say I'm just going to be typing in as okay, what is the category which I'm going to create since I'm doing it for car spare parts actually. So I'm going to keep it as brakes. I'm going to make that as an online brakes actually. Okay, so or brakes, brakes new. So I'm just going to create a category called brakes new. So I want this brakes new also to be coming up in Hindi. So what I'll do, I'm just going to go here and type in translation, translate brakes new to Hindi. So we get a Google Translator. Okay, so I'm gonna say so. Let's take this out. So it's giving me in Hindi only. Hindi also it is called as breaks. So let's say, okay, so I'm just going to copy this. I will be going here and I can paste the same thing over here. Okay, sorry, it should be in Hindi. Okay, so I'm just going to type in new Naya. It's giving me, so I can take this, come here and type in Naya. Okay, so here I'm going to type in brakes new. Okay, this is the name of the category which I'm creating so far. Now we have an option here to add the image. As of now, I might have some image actually. So that image, I'm searching for it. I think this can be a relevant image. I'm just picking up this image, and then you have an option here called parent category, which I'll come back to it. Okay, so you have something called as price range, so you don't have to mention this. However, if you want to mention, you can mention saying that price range for this category is going to be 500 rupees to say about 5,000 rupees or 50,000 rupees. So you can mention the price range. You can decide you want to show this on a home page or not actually. Okay, if you click on show on home page, I'll show you where is it going to be coming. And if you click on include in top menu, it will show in the top menu. And if you click on allow customers to select the page size, I would say don't do that. You can just leave it as it is and you decide the page size. Don't let the customers decide the page size. Okay, discount option. There's a separate video we are making only for the discounts. So we will walk you through with it at that point of time actually. Customer roles. Customer roles are a beautiful concept what we have introduced in this actually. What is introduced in this is that you create customer roles. Example, you have a separate set of customers from corporate, okay, and you want to give or for your dealer, so you'll create a customer role called dealer and you'll add all the dealers or to that particular customer role called dealers, and if you select that particular customer role, and this category will be available only for that customer. So that is the option what we have. And limited to stores. So when we say limited to stores, you will have an option where you can actually limit it to stores. When I say stores, what are stores? Let's take an example of Big Bazaar. Big Bazaar has got branches across India. So each branch, what they have, or maybe it might be in area, or it might be in some particular locality. So each branch might have a different vendors, might have a different products, might have a different categories. So you define this particular category to a particular store, means this is available only for that particular store. Okay, and then you have an option called publish. If you are going to uncheck this option, automatically it's going to be unpublished. It will be there in your database, but it will not show to the user. So whenever you want, you can come back and click on publish, and it will be published to the user. So what I'll do, I'm saving this now to continue. I click on save and continue. Let me go public store. Okay, you see here, we might have, I do not know if I had included here. Okay, online breaks were included or not actually. Okay, I'll just come back here because since we have already added breaks, it may not come up actually. So I'm just going to make a small change. Box new. And it is completely mobile compatible. You can add everything from your mobile as well. Okay, so I have not selected this show on homepage, that's why it is not showing up. So let's go preview this, saved, go to public store. Okay, do you see here? It's already showing up as Break Naya. Okay, so we are on Hindi. That is the reason. Probably we should go to English. If you go to English, you can see the name is showing as Docs Bake New. So this is how it's being added. Okay, and you'll be able to see that also over here. Okay, so now let's go back to administrative section. Go to categories, search for new, search for new, just making the display order there. So now I hope you guys understood what I mean by this. So what I'll do is actually I have already explained you what is this. Now I'll go and explain you how what is subcategory. Okay, so I'm going to delete this entry because we do not want it to be showing up on the home page, because it's just a dummy account which we created. So let me go. There is a subcategory over here which has already been added. I'm just going to take the same example here. Disk break is another subcategory of a category called breaks. So what they have done is they will be choosing the parent category. So it is going to be a child and parent relationship here. Okay, so the child is going to be disk breaks actually, and we have breaks actually given over here. Okay, and so we are binding the disk breaks to breaks basically. Okay, so this is how you will be creating a subcategory, and to see how it's going to be showing up on the main category list, you can see breaks as a category, disk break as a subcategory. So you have an option where you can bind the parent category over here. Okay, so now I have explained you what category is actually, how to create a category. You have an option here to delete. You can click on save and edit, and I have even showed you how to actually add the different languages which will show up on the user side actually. Okay, and you have an option here where you can add the titles also. So titles, and that is meta description, title, and keywords, and search engine friendly page name. So what is that search engine friendly page name? Example, I'm going to go to disk breaks. Do you see here it's showing us breaks? Okay, if I click on disk breaks, actually it'll show me as disk dash breaks. So how is this URL getting generated? This URL is getting generated based on the name what we are defining here at the back end. So the SEO analyst will be able to use this option to actually customize it as per the SEO or SEO requirement. Okay, and you have an option here where you can bind the products to this particular category. You can add the products which are already added. You can just select them and you can bind them to this particular category, which will be helpful for you to easily manage the products. So this is not the only option. We will teach you the other way as well. Okay, see, car parking brake. I'm just going to select this. So I'm going to save this. So now we don't need to go add again, go to that particular product and then bind it. So it is as simple as it actually. Okay, so we have an option here. You can make this a featured product. You have an option here to make it a featured product. You can update it. Okay, and then come back here. What you can do, you can go to disc brakes. Okay, do you see here there is a product which has come up, that is cable parking brake. So we have an option to add any kind of any number of products to that particular category. Okay, so I hope I have covered the category and subcategory. The only thing which is left out is export and import option. While exporting, you have two options, that is XML and Excel. I would prefer to do it on Excel. what you have to do, the ones which has been created, you can just take this up. And I would tell you one more thing is that try to keep your job more simple. Always in every page, we'll have an option here called advanced and basic. So when you click on basic, the only things which is required for you is going to be name, image, and category. So as long as you don't use the other options, always keep the option default and then just keep adding the products, meaning adding the categories, which will help you more. Okay, so I think we did download the Excel, which I believe might be there on downloads. Yeah, it's already been downloaded. So let's go open this up. Okay, so let's just come over here. You see here, it's already been given here with all the features of whatever is being given. So what you have to do is if you want to add more, you can continue with the ID, okay, and then you can just give the name of that particular category. Okay, so here if you see breaks are breaks, okay, and you'll be adding all of it and with the category IDs basically, okay, and then you will be adding the C name, so that is going to be SEO name basically, so the URL name that we call it actually, if you want to do it at the first go itself, and then the image where you'll be uploading it. So maintain the same path actually for your reference in your system also. Instead of hosting space, you can create C drive or whatever. Okay, you have to give this entire folder to us, and then we will be uploading it across to you. Okay, and the page size you can keep it 6 always, and then you allow the customer to always you keep it as this display order. So this is how you'll be creating the Excel sheet. So which we can upload it directly on the system one shot. Okay, so I hope I've covered the categories part of it. So the next video we are going to be covering on manufacturer. So thank you for watching this video and hope that you have understood everything about categories. Any doubts, you can always mail us and we'll be able to assist you on this. Thank you.